How we're keeping, guys. David here from Doc Fitness, and this video is going to dive into all around how you actually can still progress when you're injured, and I suppose the ways you can work around injuries. So as always, the whiteboard is coming into play.
Let's just let back a small bit.
Look, the main things when it comes to injuries is perspective. You do have a lot of physiotherapists and doctors out there that are going to blanket prescribe and say, right, you've injured your fucking arse or your elbow, you have to rest now for 12 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it is, and do 0. And they might recommend some light walking or swimming, which personally we think here is a crock of whatever, because there is so much more you can do around an injury. And a lot of it does come back to common sense. I'm not saying if somebody was very badly injured, they should literally do nothing. That's different, but a lot of it comes back to common sense. If you're able to work around an injury, you don't have pain, and you don't have pain the days after in the area you've injured, that means you can just progress forward. So if you've injured something in your lower half, you can work your upper half. The day after, if your lower half is not bad after that, or if you're not aggravating your lower half by working the upper half, you're fine. So a lot of it comes back to perspective. So look, if you have person A, right, and you have person B, person A has been told by a doctor they've injured their leg, right? This person is told to rest and just do nothing for the next 6 weeks. While this guy here might have been onto a physiotherapist that actually works out themselves and knows what they can do around it. So this person is making huge progress, we'll say, in their upper half and rehabbing their lower half, their injured leg, would say, much better than this person. But the idea is here is this arrow, progression can still be made. Shit, the glare is there, if you can see that without the glare. So again, perspective. It's the same situation, but you've used it in a positive light. Everyone thinks an injury is a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you fucking make it out to be in your head. And with that, I'm just going to give you some basic take-home points for if you've injured a certain part of your body. I'll pop them up here. So like at the moment, I have dodgy bit of a shoulder, right? I have been doing extra lower body work. Any lower body stuff, for if I was holding weights, if it was aggravating me, I wouldn't do it. A lot of single leg work, that kind of stuff. It's a chance for me to improve my lower body half. It's a chance for me to get stronger, whatever it is, for that half. If I've injured something in my lower body, I can work on core, I can work on my chest, my back, my shoulders, my arms. I can pound them with more volume to progress those. Again, I've taken the same situation as person A and B here, but I've used it in positive light and realized, okay, I've injured my lower half now. Yeah, it's shitty, and yeah, it's going to take time to rehab and do that right. I'll do that anyway. But also I'm going to take the positive from it and realize, right, I can work my upper half a lot better now. I can get stronger because I was a bit weak in my upper half or whatever it is. So hopefully that makes sense. It is fairly common sense. It's just kind of shifting the perspective into what you can do, because you can progress. You can work in a multitude of areas, and then more often than not as well, even if you do have an injured leg, whatever it is, there is still probably certain exercise that you can do that's going to work the leg, but just in a different range of motion or a different way, so you can actually stimulate the muscles without aggravating the injury. But again, use your common sense. If there's pain there, you don't do it. You're obviously liaising with a physiotherapist or doctor with this as well. But again, some of them that don't train and don't appreciate movement and lifting weights and that kind of stuff, they're just not going to know the stuff, and they're going to give the blanket recommendation like they've always been given to rest or whatever it is. And look, I just want to challenge at a small bit and to show people that you can work around things. If it's a back injury, hip injury, something big, there is still a lot that can be done. People think because the spine is injured, the back is injured, that you can't do fucking anything. You can. You just need to be smart and careful about it and get on to people that know what they're fucking doing and know the human anatomy and how to work around that. So hopefully there's some takeaways in that. There's no point in getting into specific exercises here, because I'll be here all day, because there's just so much you can do. But like, for example, if you work one side of your body, you can still work the other side to an extent. The science is absolutely massive behind it, so I'm not going to get into it, but you can still kind of stimulate the right hand side of the body by working one side of it at a time. And again, it just proves the point that if you, let's just say if I injure my right arm, I can work my left as well, and then focus on the lower body with more core work, whatever it is. Okay, I'll shut up talking. Hopefully there's some takeaways there. If you're currently injured right now, or you're just unsure what to do, or you've been given that blanket recommendation of just rest and do nothing, drop a comment below if you want, or even send us a private message if you don't want to put it publicly, and we can give you at least some guideline to go forward from. It's not going to be the be all and end all, but it might open up your head a bit more, or else it might tell you to go to this person because they'd be better off helping you. But hopefully there's some takeaways there. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, do that. If you want to subscribe to our Instagram page, where all our content stuff goes out as well as the weeks go on, do that. I'll throw them in the comments below, and we'll chat to you soon. Bye-bye.